Alright, so you guys have defeated the large demon that was eating all of the sort of dead corpses strewn across the room. You have unpinned Lady Whitewater from the wall, and Galahadrian has taken possession of the spear that was pinning her to the stone, and Phelan has, with his powers, sealed the hole in reality and blocked off the whispers of the hungry demon who was trying to entice you to let it into Aventicum. And as the sort of calmness starts to descend upon the room, Alina clutches her head, grunts in pain, and falls over unconscious.
Galahadron rushes to her aid, gives her 1 point of lay on hand.
She is not unconscious from damage. She is just unconscious.
I don't know what to do.
Uh, I think our business here is concluded. Perhaps it's best for us to retreat and reassess what we're going to do next.
I believe that would be best.
Let me just, as we're doing that, mentally assess the state of my family right now. So, my uncle's still alive. My aunt is dead. My cousin is some kind of beast person. Her husband is dead. Her daughter is alive. Her brother is dead. Her sister-in-law is alive, but traumatized. Is that about the state of things?
Yeah, the only male relative you have left is your uncle, and all of the girls except for your aunt are still alive.
Okay. And then, well, and also my super great uncle.
Oh yeah, and he's off in Avency.
Right. So, well, that's very unfortunate for everybody involved. Um, well, first things first is we need to get Alina to safety and report back to Lady
Baroness Franck.
Baroness Franck. That's her name. Yes, thank you.
Huh?
Um, so let's get Alina back to. I guess they have some kind of like field hospital set up or something.
Yeah, the Church of Carrick was sort of acting as a staging ground.
Okay, so we'll take Alina back. I imagine everybody looks very rough because I'm on 1 hit point, Marrow's on 1 hit point, Alina's unconscious, and everybody else. Phelan, I guess, is lightly scratched.
I had my bad day.
That's true. You did get flattened a couple of times.
Yeah. Silly question. Can any of us pick Alina up?
I can pick Alina up.
Excellent.
Yeah, and Marrow and Galahadrian are both strong enough to do that. So.
Yeah. I guess I assume that we've checked that the castle is completely clear.
You have not done an investigation, but you have worked your way through it, and you can do a quick pass for more demons. And do you want to do a more thorough check, or are you just going through the rooms and seeing if anything pops out at you?
Well, unless Gus missed anything, there are no more demons.
The state that we're in, we probably actually should just retreat and let Gus look around.
Okay.
Just to make sure, because we're pretty rough.
Do I have Gus summoned? I don't have little Gus.
Gus can make a investigation check.
Little Gus is all the way at the stairwell.
I just summoned another Gus.
Right.
Why did I put him all the way down there?
Because that's where you guys started. And he went and scouted ahead, and then he retreated back to where you guys were resting.
That's okay. I got another Gus.
Okay.
There's many Gusses.
But this one is yours.
Perception, right?
Yep.
Perfect. He does have advantage, which is good.
Yeah. So what are you looking for? Just enemies?
Enemies, and if anything seems important, I would ask Abel, like, is there something I'm specifically searching for?
I mean, survivors, any other locked doors that somebody might have been able to hide behind.
Gotcha.
Um,
So yeah,
I
any
should
doors
make
that
a.
don't look like I can clearly see where they're going, or I don't think there are survivors, but I'll
I
double
should
check.
make a visit. I want to investigate, actually. I do want to investigate the castle before we go, because I want to look through my uncle's. I'm. Yeah, I'll say this out loud. I want to look through my uncle's things before other people come in.
Seems fair.
That's in here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Gus does a quick fly around. There are no other locked rooms. All the doors are thoroughly bashed open. There are no, like, even of the... Gus doesn't see any other demons just flying through. So, and nothing comes out and, like, tries to eat them or anything.
We have found demons through that method before.
Yep.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna go through my uncle's papers.
Okay. Let's do an investigation check.
Did I just delete myself?
Can somebody
I
help
did.
me with this?
Yeah, I can help you.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So because Phelan is helping you, Phelan points out the secret compartment that he found last time. I'm not sure if he told you that he knew where it is, but I assume Phelan that you go for that.
I mean, I know it's there, yeah.
Yeah. And the secret drawer is thoroughly cleaned out. None of the papers or anything that were in there previously, including the golden pistol that Phelan saw the first time. It's just completely empty. No, like sack of coins or anything like that. The remaining stuff that you find around are just like administrative papers, lots of complaints, and orders for more food from the areas that he's administering in Colmar. Lots of troop movements and stuff. Invoice shipments of him like selling food to other houses, army groups who are closer to the front lines. Just basic standard administrative reports that you would expect to find. Nothing like
Right.
smoking gun incriminating.
Okay. But he's selling like the selling food is like the normal way of doing logistics for the army.
It is what he should be doing.
Okay.
Of just like he's in charge of a place that produces food. In order to pay the farmers, he has to sell the food and then pay
Right.
the farmers for it and stuff. You don't notice any invoices of like him properly compensating farmers, but those might have been like taken with him and
Right.
stuff.
Does the drawer look like it was forced open, or does it look like it was like he cleared it out before he left?
Uh, on a 20, it looks like it was cleared out before he left.
Okay. I assume we don't find any other secret compartments.
No.
Okay. We should investigate the rest of the area as well. This is like an audience chamber over here where
Yeah.
he'd have hold court.
Yeah. Yeah. I will also note on a 20, and this is just going to ride throughout the whole house. All the things that you are familiar with as being like valuable things, like art or statuettes, or like you go into your aunt's room and her jewelry case, thoroughly ransacked.
Okay. Presumably looted. Okay. Where is his bedroom?
All the obvious things to see thoroughly rooted. His bedroom is over here.
Okay. No.
Was that concentrating on something?
Probably. Oh, you fell off the balcony.
I did fall off the
Abel, no.
balcony. Ah,
Abel, no.
I'm just so out of it. I'm not sure how that happened, but I did.
It
Well, I
went
guess
the long way. It's literally
we did go
there
the
was
long way. I'm just
there was
realizing
a
that
door
now.
straight from his study.
Stretching my legs.
Okay. So looking for more hidden compartments here. Looking under his bed, behind the bed, the cupboard, his bedside table.
Okay.
Let's search my aunt's things as well as long as we're
Uh,
here.
I will, since this is kind of all like his room and stuff, I'll let the 20 ride. You uh you do find that somebody else found a hidden compartment and broke it open, and that one is likewise cleared out. You cannot tell if this one was cleared out prior or not. You assume that this would be your uncle's like emergency gold stash.
Right.
All of you have, one of those in your room.
Makes
So.
sense. Do I have one in my room?
Yeah.
All right, let's go and check for that.
Yep. You know exactly where it is. It is untouched.
All right, I'm gonna pick that
Go
up.
ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me 66.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right.
You have 1,500 gold in there.
Whoa.
Listen.
Um,
Listen. That's not too bad.
Well, I think now's the time to.
Dude, you sold a lot of drugs.
I did sell a lot of drugs. Good for me. That's a good little nest egg that's coming in handy now. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take 100 from it for the road. Is there? Okay, I can. I don't want to convert. I want to add. I'll just do like this. There we go. So I guess I'll add 100 gold to my character sheet, and then can I put 1,400 gold? Like, is there a place I can put like secret stash? Like,
You're putting it back into your secret stash.
well, it's not compromised, right?
It is not compromised, but the whole castle is.
That's true. Well, yeah.
You have a bag of holding.
I'll put it in the bag of holding, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, from 1 gold to 1,501 gold.
Hey, that's
All
not too
right.
bad.
You also have a group bag of holding that currently has 25 gold in it.
Does it? It's not marked on.
It's in the players folder. It says bag of holding, and it's everybody's an owner for it.
Oh, there it
Can
is.
you guys
Yeah,
not see
it's
it?
got 25
Okay.
gold in it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep this on me because it is.
Where is
but
my
I can
stuff?
pay
My stuff's
for
on the sheet.
a lot of lodging and stuff now. Well, that'll be good to have. I think I will. Like, I'm gonna keep it on my character sheet, but I am gonna put it in the party bag of holding, and not the House Whitewater one, in case my uncle asks for that back.
Okay.
Okay. Do I know where everybody else's secret stashes are?
No.
Well,
But we know they have them.
now
We could go tear them apart.
Let's go find them. Yeah, let's. So I guess
You are looting your own family.
There are 2 other family rooms, so go ahead and make me 2 more investigation rolls.
Okay. Phelan, you want to help me out here?
What's your investigation?
My investigation is +4.
I believe that is better than mine. Yeah, go nuts.
Okay.
That'll do it.
So
Let me look
22
and
on the
see.
first one,
Who am I?
and then 21 on the second.
Okay. DC was 20. So you find in your cousin Meredith's room another 1,500.
Okay.
And you find in your other cousin's room, actually no, your younger cousin's room, you find the other 1,500. In Meredith's room, you find 2,800.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Well, we're gonna hold on to that.
We should kill more demons.
Let's gonna be 3.
I will say this is his family's money. His family, but they're still alive legal owners of this money.
Well, my Meredith
Some of them
is,
are
but
alive.
not. Oh yeah.
Your
Not if it
in-law is
was-
still alive.
My
Not
in-law
His
if
is
it
wife
was
still
is still
alive.
ransacked.
alive.
Not if it was ransacked in the raid.
That
Yeah.
is your guys' choice.
The only people seeing this right now are you and me. I got no problem lying to royalty.
I figure the way that I see it is you guys stayed behind to investigate, and Galahadron and Marrow took Alina to the church.
That makes
Fine by
sense.
After you
me.
confirm there's no more demons.
What does? Let's see. Okay. I need to make a reference here. Documents. AD because it's the lifestyle expenses. Are you just using the player's handbook one?
For lifestyle, yes.
Okay. Expenses. So if I give somebody 1,000 gold, they can live a wealthy lifestyle for 250 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not bad.
This is the individual, family's emergency funds.
Right. Okay.
I say we just take it. Who cares?
Well, I'm not going to leave them entirely high and dry. All right. Other things to look through. I don't. Because I'm trying to determine why here, right? I guess I'm talking out loud to Phelan, right? Like, there's a war going on. People are dying all the time. Why did this particular murder result in a crack in the world?
My guess is it has less to do with who was murdered and than it does how they were murdered. Wasn't there something on the floor under her?
Pool of dried blood.
Okay, so maybe not that, but
I think it might have been the weapon.
yeah. I think your family just had, frankly, shit luck.
I'm trying to think of other reasonable places to search while we have the opportunity.
Is there a basement?
I imagine there is.
Or an armory?
There is not for... I don't have maps for either of those. While you guys think on that, we're going to go to the Church of Carrick as Galahadron and Marrow bring Alina in. And Baroness Franck sort of meets you outside, and she's like, "Oh, by the Trinity, you're still alive. Oh, get her help!" And like calls for a medic and such. Where are the others? Where's Abel?
Oh, they're making sure that there are no more demons left in the castle. There was a
I
terror
can't
in the
hear
world.
you.
Oh, not at all. How
Terror in
about
the
now?
world.
Okay,
Yes,
there we go.
a terror in the world. Somewhere I've not seen before, but we fixed it, and all in all, I think I think we got rid of a lot of demons.
Were there any other survivors?
I think that Sir Whitewater is checking for those, so maybe.
Good. Well, let's get Sir Katala some attention, and it looks like you're both injured as well. Here, please, let's have some of the priests look over you, and they sort of tend to you. So you both heal for 7 HP, as they do their best.
Ooh, band-aids.
No. All right. Well, it's clear now. Should I send my men in to further secure the area?
Oh, that depends. Do your men have magic weapons?
I'm afraid they don't possess relics. No.
Well, you see, we discovered that the demons they really only take damage from magic weapons.
Oh, mind.
And a lot of the forces in there, great, powerful, heroic-looking knights, were taken over by very small demons because they simply could not be vanquished. So a certain foulness to them that resists the mundane, the mortal.
That is, it's a terrifying thought. And also, what did Galahadrian do with the spear they pulled off the wall?
Um,
It is in your inventory, but I don't want
yeah,
you to be carrying it.
I mean, I think he has it on him. Like he picked it up. I think I think he showed it to everyone. So he might have. I think he's just holding on to it because it's evidence.
Okay, she would notice it, and it's like, what? What is that? Is that spear that you're holding? Is that magical? Did that slay some of these demons? It doesn't.
As far as I know, this spear has done only evil, and I cannot tell if it is magic or not. I will spend some time with it. We have a wizard in our group, and he can tell also if it's, it's whisper to it, find its secrets.
Well, I will leave that to you. Yeah, please sit, rest, and I will send some men even as just backup to make sure that Master Abel and your wizard companion are good. And she motions to some of her knights, and they head off towards the castle.
Have a care. Some of those demons are very sneaky.
We will do, sir. Do so, sir. And they sort of shuffle off. All right. Are there anything else that you guys want to do at the church, or are you just putting Alina to rest and sitting down for a breather?
Mira's gonna lay down.
Okay.
Elhadrin will tell Marrow all about one of the night stories where they did something similar, but with the apple trees. I'll have to reference my thing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Galahadrin knows the stories by heart. I don't.
Yeah. All right. So in flashback to the keep, are there any other places you guys want to, or any other things you're looking for? Any other stuff? You guys have
If it's
probably a.
possible now that the chaos has ended, I would like to go and look at that area and see if I can get a reading on what happened. I have a decent religion check. See if something caused this.
The
Or if I
area
can.
where
Yeah.
the Lady Whitewater's body was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't
Make
like my
whatever check.
chances, but
I guess I don't think I could assist with that because I'm not proficient in those skills. But while he's doing that, I'm gonna go to Meredith's room, and like the living quarters of her and her daughter, and
Yep.
I'm gonna get if Elnor has any
nope.
like, you know, favorite toys or like comfort objects. We'll get those. Get a change of clothes, and then for Meredith, also get some clothes, like maybe a hat or something that maybe could conceal her new features.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so you can throw her closet's been ransacked and clothes are on the floor. Some of them have blood stains and stuff on them from the guards who fought in there. But you're able to pick out enough dresses and stuff that are not completely ruined
Yeah.
and sort of put together a care package for him. Yeah.
Yeah, or especially if Meredith has like hunting or travel outfits that would
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
that kind of thing, because I'm expecting she's not going to stick around here very much longer.
Oh yeah, certainly. The sturdier stuff is what survived. So, you actually like most of the. You know that she has some fancy dresses; those are gone. So,
Okay.
Phelan, you sort of approach this thing. You look around. Lady Whitewater's body is still like lying at the foot of the wall. You sort of move it gently to see if there's any ritual circles or something on the ground, on the walls, like anywhere. Now that you've closed the wall, there's not even a nick in it for where the spear like stabbed in to hold her up. Uh, there is the place where there used to be a hole is now just pristine solid stone and just a clean space of stone surrounded by like blood-stained wall. Uh, there's really nothing else. Like, if you didn't know that you did this, you would assume that this is just a perfectly normal.
Gotcha.
It looks like somebody deleted and rebuilt it.
Weird.
Phelan, what are these
Yes.
abilities that you've got?
I don't know.
Concerning.
I don't believe this is the place to talk about that. But yes. Yes, it is.
All right. Well, regardless of all of that, I'm glad that we had them.
They certainly came in handy. I didn't think that would work, but it did.
I don't know what we would have done if it hadn't. I mean,
Neither do I.
yeah, I was out of ideas. This is beyond my experience.
Unfortunately, I don't see anything that happened here. None of this makes any sense to me.
Hmm. It's some kind of intersection of the mundane and supernatural. Somebody
As you
was,
guys,
yeah,
oh,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was like, somebody was looking for revenge. And I'll share with Phelan the vision that I got from the demon of So I did want to actually ask a question about the vision I got of the orc woman stabbing
Mm-hmm.
Anya.
Yep,
What was the perspective of
Anya's.
Anya's? Okay.
Yep.
Um, I want to look around. Do I recognize? You said it was an orc lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
An orc woman. Do I
Yep.
recognize any of the corpses as that woman?
Do an investigation check.
Okay. And I'll enlist Phelan's help if
Yeah,
if he's
absolutely.
willing.
So, looking around in this room, and especially in this room, but throughout the castle, a lot of the corpses don't have many distinguishing figures left. They have been feasted upon by these demons.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, her armor was a lot higher quality than any of the armor that you're seeing here, even if it's just like the bottom, like the legs of somebody and the top has been completely gone. The
Mm-hmm.
greaves are still like not as high status as the one that you saw. Like most of these people look like they at best have like soldier's armor. She was wearing like captain's knight's armor.
Okay. And was House Seabreeze, were they an orcish house?
Uh,
I feel like this is something that I would know, considering how significant
yes,
it
it
is to
is
my
something
personal
you would
history.
know. I don't think that the direct, like the lord and ladies of House Seabreeze were, but
Okay.
they definitely had a lot of orcs in their employ just because that was the predominant nationality in Colmar.
Yes, that's what I thought. So my
Yeah.
my question was basically to determine: are we dealing with, a loyalist servant who's out for revenge for their fallen leaders, or is this like the last scion of their house?
Hey, make a history check.
That I can help, though.
Uh,
I don't know how I would do that.
nope.
And you cannot help with this, Abel. You never met anyone from House Seabreeze,
Of
so
course.
Yeah.
And I never cared to.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to go look through some genealogical records, I think. I mean, half-orcs are a thing in this. Half-elves are, so I assume half-orcs are as well.
Yeah, just because there's a lot of, intermingling.
Right.
There's not like a demographic that specifically considers itself half-orcs, but there are, like most, I don't think there's very many pure humans or pure orcs, so to speak, but there are definitely people who lean more towards one or the other, you know?
Oh,
There,
okay.
there's a lot of mixing.
Oh, that's interesting. So I wonder. That's an interesting
It's like
cultural backdrop.
yeah, it's like you take 23andMe and the whitest person you know still has like 2% Moorish blood or something like that. Like everybody's got a little somewhere. So
Right. Um, well, because I'm thinking it's like if most of the nobility is human elvish mixed ancestry,
hmm
and a lot of the
you definitely know that there are noble Orcish houses in both Bosmar and Lady Franck is Orcish
right,
primarily.
yeah, that's why I
You
asked.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be surprising for them to be an Orcish family, but it's also something that is not. It would not be something so unusual that you would take notice. So it's not like it's not a memorable thing if
Right,
they were Orcish or not.
right. Did the woman that I saw, did she look like more orcish, or did she look like she could
Yes,
be half orcish? Okay,
if I refer to somebody as an orc or a human, it's like this is the 56% of their nationality is this.
right.
I will probably not refer to anybody as half orc throughout any of this. So. In the same way, the only reason that half elf is because that's an important sociological distinction in a way that orcish versus human is not.
Okay. I do like that as a world building conceit.
Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna need to get a full accounting of House Seabreeze. Um, anything else I want to do before we go and give the all clear? Um,
You hear shouting from down below, Master Whitewater,
oh
we,
no.
we've come to help you secure the area.
Well, I
And they're
believe the
still on
looting
the
is done.
first floor, like they're distant
Mhm.
calls.
Um, is there anywhere in the castle that I've never been before?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That doesn't seem like something you would let happen.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Do I know of any secret passages?
Like in and out. Go. Let's just make a luck check. If you can get a 10 or higher, then yes. D20.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Your uncle didn't believe in him. I don't know.
That's I find it more likely that he didn't trust me with that information, given
Sure.
how paranoid he is. Uh, that's
Yeah,
probably
maybe.
also a point of contention.
Yeah.
Um, okay.
You do know that like your cousin who was the heir of the house escaped by breaking through the dining room window. So,
Yeah, but she also turned into a half wolf when she did that, so like
yeah,
she
but
might not
also
have been
like
in
her husband stayed behind and died for that. So,
right.
Yeah, but it
Okay.
probably wasn't the Windows' fault.
no. But you can
Um,
probably imagine if there was like a secret like panic room exit, one, you would probably know about it, and two, they would have probably used it. So,
right. Okay. I am going to go and meet with the guards and give the all clear.
good, very good, sir. We'll pull in some knights to start cleaning up and make sure that all the bodies are properly cared for, and get the priests in here for some last rites and such. You should go meet the Baroness at the church
Hmm.
and rest up. You both look well bloodied.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a hard fight, and I
Imagine.
guess we'll go out and report to the Baroness.
All right.
Could you describe this spear again?
It's in your inventory.
Yes. Does it look emerald in any capacity?
Uh, it is not emerald in any capacity.
Is Phelan with us? Can I just We've met up, right?
Yeah, you can wait until they've met up. I think that you also.
Oh, do I have identify too, don't I?
I thought you did.
I mean, I have a button
Do
that
I
does
have
it.
identify?
Yeah, you have identify. So if you want to identify it, you certainly can.
It's already done.
All right.
Grudge?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a creature destroys an ally, it is marked by demonic grudge. As long as the target is marked by grudge, any attacks you make against targets that are not marked by grudge are made with disadvantage.
You missed the first line. At
Um,
there's a second line to the top paragraph.
is
Ew.
um whenever a
So,
creature destroys an ally. I don't know what I'm
oh,
missing
it, it,
here.
it deals an additional 1d6 damage, is the thing. So, the pull back the curtain thing, the way that I am doing cursed items is not necessarily like, oh, you pick up an item and attune to it and you're cursed to it, or blah, blah. Cursed items instead are going to be uh, items that punch above their weight but come with a potential downside. And they're also going to be visibly corrupted in some way by demonic powers. So this is in world a cursed item.
So I don't think I follow what this does. So
Uh,
whenever a creature destroys an ally,
mhm.
so our allies,
Yeah, so it is a polearm that deals an additional 1d6 damage per hit, which is the upside.
bitchin',
Uh,
sure.
and the downside is that if it destroys any of your guys' summons, like Gus or the Construct or Alina's Echoes or etc.
If
etc.
that spear, or if any creature
No,
destroys
if
our,
if any creature destroys one of your allies, like one of your summons or one of you guys, then they're marked by a grudge.
got it.
Yeah, so if like Eilina is wielding it and somebody kills her echo, she can summon it back, but now she has disadvantage to attack anybody except for the whatever creature it was that attacked the echo. So if
Yes.
she sends her echo too far away and it gets destroyed, all of a sudden she's got disadvantage on attacks against basically everything.
Yes. Until the thing that has the grudge on it is dealt
Destroy.
with. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I
Okay.
assume dealt with doesn't necessarily mean killing.
Uh, that would probably be the easiest way.
Yeah. Um, I assume it doesn't extend past like a day or something like that. Like if we're fighting something and it kills Eileen's echo and then it escapes for whatever reason, would you then have disadvantage?
Identify does not tell you of any duration for the grudge.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Does grudge require attunement?
Yes.
Okay. Hmm. Well, the person who uses glaives is currently knocked out, so we'll talk to them when they wake up if they want a cursed item, but maybe not.
It is. It is also. I came up with this idea before Phelan gave everyone magic items with
Ah, yeah,
an easy class ability. So it might not be nearly as enticing an item as I originally intended, but that's
right.
not going to make me buff it more. So
Just because of the fact that it's a magic item, yeah.
yeah, I expected that to be a bigger hurdle for you guys.
Right. Okay. So we're heading back to Baroness Franck.
Mhm. Yeah, she welcomes you. She gets some triage healers out to tend to your wounds. You guys each regain 7 hit points as they tend to you.
Neat.
Is there anything that you don't tell her? Because she will ask you what happened for like a full debrief.
Well, I definitely don't tell her about Meredith, and oh geez, Eleanor. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep that for now. Um,
I will also mention that Gracie, at this point, has like recovered a bit from the trauma and is in the room.
I'm gonna give Gracie back her gold.
Okay.
Be like this was safe. This will help keep you afloat. So I'm gonna remove 1,500 gold from.
Ah, thank you, Abel. I appreciate. And I assume that you got her some clothes. Well, she can go back to the castle. Did you get her clothes and stuff too? Or
Yeah, sure. I'll get her some clothes. She probably doesn't want to bother with it. Or
okay.
doesn't want to go back to that place anytime soon. A lot of bad memories, and
Yep.
it needs to be
Okay.
cleaned up anyway. Like, let's see.
Thank you, Abel. Did you find Eleanor?
Not yet. I'm gonna keep searching
Okay.
the woods.
Please, I pray that she is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Who was dead? Who was pinned to the wall?
Meredith.
Meredith.
No,
Got it.
Anya.
Okay.
Anya.
Anya.
Anya. Sorry.
Got it.
Yeah. So my aunt.
Condolences.
Yeah, she takes those and she goes off to change and mourn now that she knows that the place has been cleared out and is safe and whatever can be done has been done.
Right, and that her husband is dead.
Yeah, I assume, yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of figured that. She goes off to have a cry, but she kind of already assumed that it happened.
Right. Well, at least I can give her certainty. Uh, is there a... Where would I go to find the the records of House Seabreeze? Like the genealogical records.
Ooh, of House Seabreeze? A detailed
Back to the city.
genealogy would need to be... it would be Castle Seabreeze, which is now Castle Blackbriar.
Okay.
It would need to be somewhere in Colmar, and that's... You could probably find it in, like, any church that used to be part of Colmar, but not anywhere in Bosmar. They just wouldn't
Wouldn't have
care.
cared, yeah.
Well, the cathedral might, as just, the point of having as many records as possible, but
The cathedral in
Norest.
In Norest. Okay.
Just for, like, completionist sake.
Right.
It wouldn't necessarily be, like, up to date, but it would be,
Right. But Colmar is just across the river, right? Like.
Yeah, oh yeah.
What's the nearest town that would be? I mean, I might as well go to Castle Blackbriar at this point, right?
So let me. So I didn't put. So the closest town on the other side of the river that your family used to be part of Colmar, your family now administrates, is called Velville.
Okay, how far away is that? Is that like literally just across the river, or is it like some amount of travel?
It's across the river, but it's like a bit more inland across the river. Probably like closer than Creek. It's probably just like a day on foot.
Are there any like servants of House Whitewater left that I can delegate things to?
Oh, they're
No.
Yes, Vic.
Vic.
He is currently also in trauma care at the church.
Give it all to Vic.
Okay. Is there like a courier service or something like that?
Yeah, that's one of the duties that what church would it make? No, that would be a noble thing for the communications. Yeah, there are still like there's still like a courier who would
Like
be at your
like
service.
there's a local post office or something I can go down
Yeah,
to.
yeah. It was your family's role to like administer it, but it wasn't in the castle.
Right.
So
Okay. Um, how reasonable would it be for me to basically just send a letter to Velville and ask for a genealogy of House Seabreeze? Like, would that be something that would be considered normal and easy to do, or would I need to like go there and look
from
at the records myself because
from the
they have to be
local
copied by
priest,
hand?
it would be. It's not a usual request. Like it doesn't come up entirely
Mm-hmm.
very frequently. Uh, I'm not sure. Would you? You were kept on this side of the river, so I don't think that you personally know who the priest of Felmar for Velville is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Presumably, though, the bishop does, though, right?
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
all right. Well,
Bishop Bailey Brook, who is probably here because this is like
yeah.
like a crisis council thing.
Um,
He is also very excited that you guys found the relic.
oh, the spear.
No, the shield.
Oh, the shield. Yes. I'm sure he's uh chatting
He
everything up with Galahadrian about it.
he is he has noticed it. You have noticed that he's excited, but he is being polite and not bringing that up.
Okay. Um, while it's fresh in my mind, I'd like to write down a description of the orcish woman, like
Mhm.
in as much detail as I can remember about her.
Yeah.
Um, I imagine we don't have anything like a sketch artist
No.
that could interview me. But I will write down whatever details.
Alhadrin can try. What do I roll to try?
You have painter's tools?
Probably not. Let's look. No.
Alright. That'd just be a flat dex.
All right. Let's see. Sorry, I have many things open. I have so many notes open. Okay. Here we go. Ability check. I
Yeah,
trained in this.
they're able to sketch it out. So here's the problem with that. You were describing that, and the Galahadrian draws basically the anime equivalent of what this person looks like, because Galahadrian still has face blindness. So it is the details are there, like the armor and stuff is like exactly as you describe it. The face is just like generic.
Okay. Well, it's something. Thank you,
Yeah.
Galahadrian. This will help. Um,
Anything I can do.
is there anything unusual about the armor?
As I said, it was knight's
Knight's
armor
armor.
that
Okay.
yeah.
So we might need to yeah, I think we need to go to Castle Blackbriar and look through House Seabreeze's records and see if there's anybody who's unaccounted for.
And fight all the zombies in that castle.
Can't think of a way that goes poorly.
Yeah. Let's see. So I need to organize my thoughts of what we need to do. Where is my quest log? So the haunting of House Seabreeze. Let's see.
Are you guys having this discussion of what to do? Just like, are you guys sitting down and discussing it as you're resting, or
I believe so.
would you be trying to do it away from the Baroness, or would you be including the Baroness?
I think probably away from the Baroness because there's some like
Okay.
we
We must have some secrets.
She's giving you your space if you want it. She's not like hovering around you or anything. Like she's probably it's just like you have done the work of clearing it out. It's now her job to secure everything and make sure that there's order in it.
Initiative.
There's also probably around this time it's like 4 in the afternoon. It's fall, so the sun is, still in the sky, but it's getting later in the day.
Meredith said that she wanted to spend the night with her daughter, yes?
Uh, yeah, I think technically, yeah.
Okay. So my plan was to go and get her in the morning, basically, like first thing. Yeah, let's see. I think Liberate Castle Pontem is probably
That's done.
done.
It has been liberated.
I don't think I can complete the quest.
Uh,
Okay. I think we've discovered who is masquerading as House Seabreeze, if masquerading is even the right word.
Who's that?
When we were finding the last demonic entity, I had received a vision of my aunt's murder, and I saw an orcish lady knight stabbing her with that glaive.
Was she possessed?
I don't think so.
I will also note, when she stabbed her with the glaive, it looked like a regular glaive.
Oh.
It does not look like it is now. You know that it's the same glaive because it was in her chest, but it just looked like a glaive.
Likely she has some magic of her own.
Or maybe they were formerly allies and her great betrayal cursed the spear.
That does track.
Yeah.
Was it an emerald spear? Yeah.
It didn't look magical. It didn't look like it just looked like a regular spear.
We're looking for a spear. You see, it's one of our items.
This seems like a new thing. So I think my next move for this would be to go to Castle Blackbriar. The House Seabreeze has just moved up in my priority list. I don't know about you
How
guys.
long does it take to get unexhausted?
Long rest removes 1 level.
Okay, perfect.
How far away is Castle Blackbriar?
Castle Blackbriar is along the coast.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Back down the river.
Back down the river we go. I wonder if... I mean, my uncle is probably going to come and take over again. I imagine.
As you guys are sort of like, it's getting later in the day, the Baroness would come up and just like, we've secured the castle. We're in the process of moving the bodies to the Cathedral of Rithmus for proper burial and rites. We've made sure that your family's bodies are the first ones in the cathedral. If you pay your respects at some point. Recovered my men. All of them are now accounted for unfortunately. We didn't find your cousin, Lady Meredith, or her daughter.
We'll have to keep searching the woods tomorrow.
All right. And you're going to. Would you like to search for them yourselves, or are you going to be pursuing the raiders?
Let me give it one last look tomorrow, and then I'll pursue the raiders if we don't find her.
Good. I know some of my scouts say that they left south towards Velville, but we weren't able to pursue them. Didn't have enough force.
Hmm. All right. Well, it sounds like there's a plan. Um, did she tell us that before? That they knew that the raiders had left to the south?
Oh yeah, because
Okay.
that's why they sent the knights in to like, all right, the raiders have left. There's still things in there. Let's go and figure out what those things are. Oh, we're dead. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe the next stop is Velville. That's a lot closer. Um, Either way, I think sleep is probably
Yes, please.
the next thing to do.
All right. Anybody else want to do anything before you guys take a long rest?
No, I don't think
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. The next morning, you guys wake up. Phelan, gonna need a perception check.
Just for me, correct?
Yep.
Wow.
So as you are getting ready in the morning,
An even bigger Gus.
Interesting.
Lev, do you know that we can't hear you?
I think he
Yep.
just privately
Yes.
messaged him.
Oh, all right. I would like to ritual cast Speak with Animals and chat with Gus. Hello, Gus. I am the Summer Prince, the Green Knight.
I'm Gus. I don't know what he would sound. I don't.
You have to decide now. What noble creature, what are your thoughts about the other birds?
I am Gus.
Oh, yes.
I am Gus.
That's true. You should not give away your true name so freely. I have nothing so great to give you in return.
I am Gus.
You do me an honor that I cannot repay, Gus. It is lovely speaking to you. Have some birdseed.
I am Gus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he knows what he is. That's
Listen,
really good.
it's good to have a sense of self.
I am gonna ask another bird. Hey, what do you think of Gus? Red-breasted sparrow upon the branch, whose name do not deign to give me. I call upon you to give me your thoughts on this little purple bird.
That one?
Yes,
The one that looks fucked up?
I think that he's unique.
He looks pretty fucked up.
He is gut.
Yes. What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't fuck it. Tweet, tweet.
Well, that's rude.
Right?
Get
Where
to
you
know him first.
bird culture is brutal.
Well,
At
you would
least
know. I mean, most bird songs in the morning are mating calls. Like,
Well, I admire your candor.
weird little freak, and flies away.
I show very little emotion. If you tell me that that's what they said about Gus, Phelan will be genuinely upset. I worked very hard to create this life.
I know. I'll tell him. I'll tell Phelan. He bears his true name openly. He fears not what powers might take hold of him.
He
He's
doesn't
very
believe he has anything to fear.
It's yes. It's very dragon-like.
Vengas.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. We love Gus.
Vengas.
Yeah, you are, buddy. I don't think I could talk. Can I talk to Gus?
No.
I didn't think so.
I mean, I
I
can
don't think he
always
thought to
translate.
try. He's just like, yeah, that's Gus.
I can always translate for you.
I appreciate it.
He is Gus.
Alina is still unconscious.
Oh no.
Sleepy bitch.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go into the woods with my care package.
Okay. Just by yourself, or
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not taking anybody that I don't trust. I don't know if any of the party members would be interested.
I mean, I would go and assist you, hold heavy
Okay.
things.
Um, okay. Yeah, Galhadrian can come with me for a walk in the woods.
Wonderful. And I can even say hi to the dogs this time.
Yeah. That sounds good. So the two of us will go off into the woods, back to where we found Meredith and Eleanor.
okay. She is waiting the same place she was previously.
Where are the dog guards?
The dog guards greet you as you come in, but they are not like afraid of you or anything.
Well, I didn't expect them to be afraid. I thought they would say like, "What
They're
ho? Who goes there?"
oh, they as you approach, they sort of sniff and sort of bark, which you hear as "Pack leader, they have returned."
Oh, wow, such good. They're heralds and guards. Yeah, tell her I'm the summer prince, the
Sort of
Green Knight.
looks at you. It's like the little one says that they are the summer prince and green knight. Little
Thank
one,
you.
I do this as a formality. They are not good at speaking our language. I'm surprised that you can.
Oh yes. Well, I've spent some time with Marrow, and I've been picking up a few things. If I just not think about it for long enough, I can speak to most animals.
Really a gift.
Oh yes.
Serve our master well.
This is Gus. Oh wait, can Gus be with me?
No, Gus is that's Phelan's choice.
Nah, Gus hangs out with me.
Wow.
What is
Okay.
Gus?
Oh, he's not here. I thought he
Hmm.
was coming with me. It was a miscommunication.
Deceiver, my eye is on you.
I would never.
You are one who
Since
acts as if they throw the ball, but put it behind their back.
I
I
would
know your
never.
kind.
I would always throw the ball.
I will trust it when I see it.
Take us to Meredith.
Yeah, they lead you to Meredith. They're just getting up. They've got a pot with some sort of stew boiling for breakfast. Meredith looks over. It's like, Abel. I was worried when you. Is everything all right?
We've cleared the castle.
Good, good. Did you find anyone?
One of the servants. Everybody else was gone. But nobody else will be troubled by those things, at least not now.
We stabbed one in the eyeball several times.
Yes, and Sir Puggington is like, yes, I've not had the whiff of demon in quite a while. It appears you have cleaned out those foul beasts, and they will pose no more problem to anyone. Good, good.
Sir Puggington, if I may ask, how
Yes?
far away can you smell the demons? Do you know if they are somewhere else in Aventicuum?
Very likely are. Imagine there's many in the Wrathwaste. The Hound Mother's forces are arrayed against them to keep them contained.
Of course. I
Likely
just
other
wonder.
places as well, but I would not know. I'm merely a squire for Lady Meredith here.
Of course. I just wonder how far can you sense? Like how far is demon free right now?
As far as the wind carries.
Of course. How far is
Uh,
that? Yeah. Hmm. Lady Meredith, could we borrow Sir Puggington to smell demons?
I mean, I would assume that Sir Merrow would be able to perform that deed now that they have caught the scent of them.
Oh, really?
Then, of
Hmm.
course, this is one of the gifts of the Hound Mother is a good nose, good keen scent.
Is it a gift though? Do demons smell good?
Oh, heavens no!
I feel like sometimes it must feel like a curse.
It's just how we perceive the world.
It's like
Do
having
you
great
consider
eyes.
it a curse when you have to see demons?
Sometimes, yes, I do feel a little bit like it was very unlucky. It definitely wasn't. I mean, you always read about heroes. I mean, I love the stories of the knights eternal beating the gnolls and then the orcs and
Mm,
but
yeah,
it's a
those.
little less uh good up close. I mean, I liked stabbing the big one in the eyeball, but outside of that, it was a little bit I don't know, not great.
Abel, go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
Against who?
Hmm?
I'm an open book.
No?
I just happen to
Uh,
be upside
so
down.
they're talking in barks and like growls and stuff, so you can't tell what's going on. But at some point during that conversation, Sir Puggington scowled a bit, and then like went back to like a neutral face.
Scowled?
Yeah,
Oh God, what did I say?
it's got a flicker of it. You have no
Oh,
idea any of the surrounding context.
oh,
Hmm.
I don't even understand what I. Oh, is it because of the knights? Oh, well, I don't know, because I'm not.
Uh, well, anyways, if the castle is clear, I don't know what to do next, Abel.
Well, Gracie is recovered. Um, I imagine your father will be returning soon, now that it's safe. Um, I can bring Eleanor back, and I'm gonna pull out the spare clothes and the gold that I found in
Oh,
her
oh,
room.
thank you. She'll take those. It's like, oh, these are quite filthy. If you would give us a few minutes, Eleanor, let's change out of these rags. And they just go into the little. They don't really have a tent. They probably grabbed like a hunting tent, like they had stashed somewhere, and they just change quickly. Uh, they come back. The hat covers the ears. There's definitely a bulge in the trousers from the tail, and there's gloves that cover the hands, but there's still like fur poking out from underneath the gloves. Like it is not a complete and total disguise.
Yeah, just something that like if she's passing through somewhere quickly, people can write it off as somebody else's problem.
Maybe. Yeah.
Um, like some kind of disguise. Well, Meredith, you've come to a decision point. Um, I can take Eleanor back if you want me to. I know you didn't feel that you'd be able to keep her safe out here. So we can keep her safe, and you can keep yourself safe.
What does he mean by that, Mommy? Oh. And Meredith, just looks very conflicted.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do an insight check on Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
how in control of herself does she seem?
There, you have not seen in either of the brief discussions you've had any inclination that she is a danger to Eleanor. Even like the monstrous dogs that are in the back, they look perfectly, tame and
Um, Look, there's enough money here. You could go somewhere far away and set yourself up real nice, um, and not have to worry about it for a long time. I can tell them whatever you want me to when we get back.
what will happen to the house if Eleanor and I are gone? We're both the heirs, I imagine. I don't know what my uncle is doing. I don't know what he will do. I don't know what he's done.
Um, okay, so out of character question.
Hmm.
Um, so would the fact that I'm the living, like the next in line blood relation, um, would that make me the heir apparent at that point, or would it be the wife of the other person who was?
Oh, the in-law would be not even like on the rung. So
Okay,
you would be the next heir apparent. The problem is that there's a bit of habeas corpus.
okay,
Uh, where unless you like if Meredith was killed, it's like, all right, where's her body?
right. Um,
I can't imagine that even with what's happened, that Eleanor's life will be easier with me than you know back, and we can send her to Norest or something. Just if she has the title, I think that would be a better life for her. But
mhm.
like Eleanor's like, what are you talking about?
Um, Galahadrian, um, perhaps you could tell some stories to Eleanor
Of
while
course, I
Meredith and
know
I
so
talk.
many about the Knights Eternal. Sir Puggington, come along.
Make a charisma check, Galahadrin, or not persuasion. Make a persuasion,
Persuasion. Of course.
and Sir Puggington is helping you.
I clicked the wrong one. Sorry.
Persuasion, okay. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, Eleanor's like, oh, okay, and yes, come along, Lady Eleanor, and they go off, and you sort of distract her. Meredith just looks at you, Abel. Uh, what do you, what do you think I should do? I don't know where to go from here. I think it's best. I can't stay in Bosmaran society anymore. Not like this. They'd find me eventually, but I don't want to leave Eleanor, but I can't bear taking her away from the life she deserves. I don't know what to do.
I think it really depends on what you think she needs more, a title or her mother.
Does Abel have thoughts on the matter?
Mm,
Also, you
yeah.
gave her the gold and the clothes, right? You gave her all that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and she took it. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna subtract that. It's unfortunate that it doesn't have a way to um just subtract money as opposed to having to set it. Okay. I'm trying to think of what Abel would be thinking about in this moment. I think Abel in this moment is trying to think about what's best for Meredith and Eleanor, aside from anything that's going to happen to him afterwards.
Listen, I'm going to be clear. This was a Bioware
This
choice. So
okay. This is an NPC is asking the player character what to do.
yes.
Um, let's see. Hmm. I'm considering. Um,
Wish that more of you would have come to the clearing so other people could chime in.
could say something. I mean, you
Yeah.
guys can chime in out of character. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
There is no chance he would be dropping in on this. His decision was to run away from his family at the slightest hint that
So,
he had power.
why can't the mom go with her daughter?
'Cause she's mutated basically. Right? She's
The
got
mom or the
the
daughter?
mom. The
The
mom
mom.
has dog paws and a
Mm.
tail and ears. And it's gonna be like,
And her plan is to go into the Garen Woods, up north, and then eventually go to the Knowlands.
right. Who will, we think, accept her as she is.
Yeah.
We're reasonably sure given what Sir Puggington has said. And we generally trust Sir Puggington, I guess.
I mean, he scowled at Galahadrian, but it's the only insight check you've made against him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, out
So,
of character, I suspect that's because Galahadrian talked about the Knights Eternal fighting against the Gnolls, who might be the Helmuther's people. I feel
yeah,
like there's more going on there than. But Abel doesn't know that. Um, so I'm trying to think. Abel never considered before that this was a possibility.
yep.
So this is
What? What is Abel's relationship with his mother like?
with my mother.
What was Abel's relationship with his mother
Yeah,
like?
like,
Okay.
is it? Like, what if Abel was in the situation as a child? What would he have
What
wished?
would he have wanted had
Like,
happened to him?
yeah, like be with his mom, or, you know.
I also imagine you guys all would have probably been talking about this last night. Like,
Mhm.
I don't imagine.
I
Abel
Mhm.
probably would have known this was coming and would have had
They
trouble
should
sleeping.
just stick together. I mean, worst comes to worst, it's actually like great that you don't get the airship. You can be like, oh, yeah, I can be a steward, right?
I
And then
mean,
if for some reason, her daughter can come back, you can be like, huzzah, that's her. And then she can have both.
the mom's been blessed by the Hound Mother.
Yeah,
There's,
We should all be so lucky.
Hmm. I mean, me personally, I am loath to break them up. Um,
because otherwise, like, who's gonna take care of the child?
I assume it would be her aunt, which would be
Possibly.
that seems
It's like your uncle isn't
Definitely
particularly
your uncle,
responsible.
and
your
yeah,
yeah,
definitely your uncle.
my uncle would probably be the
He's
one
like
who is
not
the
responsible.
the person who's in charge, and then Gracie would
Where
probably end up being the day-to-day caregiver.
I
Which
think
I
that
think that kind of
if this
decides it actually. I think that she's better off with her mom. Uh,
if this child is left with her uncle, we're gonna end up in a Full Metal Alchemist situation. That's all I'm gonna say.
and
I'll
what?
also say that Gracie has been married to your cousin for like at most 2 years.
Yeah,
I think she should come with us.
I'm
Like
also
you came home from college and she was there suddenly.
yeah,
Like you knew you were at the wedding and all that stuff, but in terms of like your relationship with her, it's like
yeah,
not many conversations.
right. Huh. Interesting.
I think
We might need to play with the ages a little bit because this, according to the ages here, this would put Theodore would have been a father at 17.
Possible.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I thought about it that hard when I made their ages, but
I tweaked them and they're all within like,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Um yeah, so I'm gonna say I think I think she's better off with you. You
Oh,
you
okay.
you know Uncle Monty. You know how he is.
I
If
thought I did, but after, I feel like he knew this was coming and abandoned us, and I just,
I'm pretty sure he did too. His I searched his office while I was in the castle, and it looked like he'd cleared out like his uh his desk of any. He cleared out his yeah he cleared out his secret compartment of papers. So he knew that somebody was coming and they were going to be searching his office. Like he knew this was gonna. I think he knew this was gonna happen.
bastard.
So I don't think
Okay.
that we can. I don't think it would be safe to trust Eleanor to a man like that.
Well,
Are you?
I hate leaving you alone with him as well, but
I can look after myself, and I have good friends.
I can see that. Okay, I'll,
So much so that only one of the three came along.
What do you want me
yeah.
to tell them
wait.
when I come back? Do you want me to say that? Um, just say I didn't
You're
find you.
you're a better liar than I am, Abel.
Hmm.
If they think I'm dead, I think that would be easiest. That way,
Do you want me to leave open the possibility for Eleanor to come back, or are you wanting to close that chapter?
if you just say that you couldn't find us, I think that'd be the easiest on you.
Okay.
So then they don't ask for any proof of death.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, take the money, take the clothes, take the supplies. I assume that I'll like brought some like camping supplies too and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She actually had
Yeah.
those.
Okay.
So, uh,
Yeah, you best hurry. I'm sure they're going to be sending more search parties in here to search more thoroughly soon.
yeah. No, we'll leave around noon. Thank you again, Abel. And I know you've already done so much for me, but there's one more thing I would like to ask of you.
Of course. Name it.
Her eyes like are canine now and go like narrow a bit, like predatorily. Hunt down the people who did this. Don't let them get away with it.
I will. I'll get to the bottom of this.
I would have done it myself, but I have to look after Eleanor.
Yes. She
And
goes first.
she puts out her hand for you to shake.
I shake it.
Her grip is much stronger than it was previously.
Yeah. That's not surprising, but
Yeah.
oh boy. Uh,
I'm
okay.
sorry, I don't. Not used to this. Not used to being powerful.
Um, well, I don't expect us to meet again, but I will hope for it.
Best of luck.
You as well. And I'll take my leave. I'll find Galahadrin and be like, Galahadrin, uh, come on, we're going. Eleanor, go back to your mother.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Eleanor.
Goodbye. Bye, Uncle Abel.
Goodbye, Eleanor.
Actually, no, she'd call you cousin. That's something my cousins and I call like the cousins of the previous generation aunt and uncle, but a noble society would not do that.
Yeah.
Bye, cousin Abel.
Um.
Ah,
Okay.
good hunting to you both.
Keep them safe, Sir Puckington.
Of course I will. And he just does a salute with his front paw.
I'm just imagining like a cartoon dog. It's like, full realistic, like everything going on around him. Big wolves, and then just cartoon pug.
Well, it's a suit of armor that's pug shaped.
Yeah.
He's still got the full armor. Jeez. All right. Yeah. You guys head back to Pontem. Marrow, Phelan, were there anything that you guys were doing while
Nope, I was resting.
Okay.
If it's possible, I don't know if it'll end up allowing me another roll, but I would like to go back and at least continue looking at that wall. I know that they will most likely either find him there or find him coming back from there.
Okay.
He's still stunned that worked.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make another roll. Why not?
Religion. There it is. Jesus Christ.
They have cleaned the blood off the wall, and when they took away the Lady Whitewater's body,
They worked fast.
Yeah, right.
they if you ask the knights,
Good
it's
on
like
'em.
it just we wanted to make sure that there was nothing blemishing the where she died. We wanted to remove those stains as quickly. They give you some excuse of
Yeah,
just
some
like
bullshit.
it fucking creeped them. It was also like
It's a massive splattering of blood around a perfect circle of stone. I get it.
Yeah. It wasn't a perfect circle. Again, the tear was more just like an ovular, like somebody had torn it open with like thin edges and stuff.
Gotcha.
So.
Still weird.
Oh yeah.
Clean the blood.
Yep. Yeah. You guys all reconvene.
Okay. So I guess I'll tell Baroness Franck that I wasn't able to find Meredith or Eleanor.
Yeah. Make a deception check.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like, yeah. She believes you wholeheartedly. She's saddened by that, and it's like I'll send out some more parties to search for her as soon as we're done removing the rest of the bodies from the castle.
They have
And
to.
you can unless you want to say something else now that you know that you crit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about how I want to handle this
Yeah,
delicately.
you would have.
You could imply that they were killed without explicitly saying it.
I mean, we did find there were bodies of some of her other dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, they were buried. She buried them in that clearing.
Uh, hmm. Were the
There were
graves...
bodies of other raiders who she killed, and that were not buried.
Okay. Were the graves marked?
I don't think she would have.
Okay. Because that would imply that she survived long enough to bury them. So, if they're unmarked, that's fine. I think. I think I'm gonna, like, with the nat 20, I'm gonna give them a try and like mislead them about where they should search. Like, talk about. I guess I can tell them truthfully where I searched, and say that I didn't find anything there.
I'll send my men further afield from there, see if she went a different direction.
Yeah, and I'll try and steer it so that they're searching in the opposite side of the woods from where they would be going as they're traveling into the Garen Woods. Just like give them as much head start as possible.
Yeah, you give them a false start. And just to be clear here, you are giving them the story of you did not find that they're dead. You did not find any evidence of them being dead. So it's presumed they're still alive. So those two are still going to be presumed to be the heirs of the house.
Yeah. So what are the rules on like declaring missing persons legally dead?
the head of the house would need to get permission from. It would need. It's a huge bureaucratic thing because
Okay.
the main thing is you. It is made hard because they don't want people abusing it.
Right.
So if they don't want a situation of they just like imprison one of their cousins and say it's like, oh, they're missing and they're not, nobody can find them, they absconded or what. They don't want like making people disappear makes it so that you're the head of the house. It is
Right.
very like you have to think of like in the most like
Mhm.
how can we prevent people being the worst nobles possible.
Right.
So
I'm trying to think of a way that I could like point them to evidence that they're dead. Like I can talk about how I found maybe like bodies of raiders and
you have her old torn bloody clothes because they changed out of those.
That's true. Um, maybe I'll plant them somewhere.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I think I'm gonna plant them in the woods somewhere to like maybe like tear off a piece with her blood on it and like so it's not obvious that like oh they changed out of these clothes and left, but just like like a sleeve with blood on it from her dress from both of them,
Okay.
or like a random shoe or something.
Yeah, you can go away from where they're currently camping and like lay trail
Yeah,
elsewhere to
exactly.
throw them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Perfectly capable of doing that.
So yeah, just basically falsify evidence that they got torn to shreds by the raiders.
Okay. All right. So that is planted. What will you and your companions do now? It seems that Lady Catalia is still resting.
Well, you said that the raiders retreated into to what was the town name? It was on the map.
Yep. Give me a second.
To Velville.
Belleville. Well, we know that they went into Colmar, and Belleville's the first town in that direction. We
Okay.
weren't able to scout any further.
Do you have any estimates on their numbers? Any kind of identifying marks? Anything?
We know that it was a substantial force that attacked, probably 200 or so individuals. They were enough to overwhelm the garrison, but only had around 50 minus whatever men your uncle brought with him. Uh,
Where who's in charge
I
of
know
Belleville?
your uncle.
No, I mean like who's the local person, like the mayor or whatever.
Oh, that would be Father Kinney.
Father Kinney. Uh, well, I guess it's time we go and talk to Father Kinney. Um, so I guess I'll gather my companions to give chase if they're willing.
Lead the way.
Okay, so we're gonna head to Velville.
Are you going to be returning? Should we keep an eye on Alino while you're gone?
Yes, please.
Very well. Yes.
So we'll see what evidence we can find and then return. I assume that word has been sent to my uncle as well of what's happened.
Yes. We've sent out couriers to Goldcliff with the news.
All right, so he'll probably be making his way back now. Uh, all right, and I'll expect. I'll say, knowing that I've planted evidence at this point, and I'll expect an update on anything you find on my cousin.
Of course, you'll be well. Gracie will probably be the first to know, but I'll make sure that we have a full report when you return.
Good. Thank you, Baroness, for your service.
I'm sorry I could not do more.
I don't think you could have been reasonably expected to.
Yeah, tried to tell myself that. Sort of walks away.
Mm-hmm. Can I do a vibe check on her, actually?
Yeah. Insight check.
No, I'm too wrapped up in my own thoughts and trying to deceive her.
Yep.
Okay.
You think that she believes you, so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So let's. As part of that Nat 20 deception, can I make it look like their strong box got broken into and looted? So like the missing gold isn't noticed?
Uh,
I guess, or
I
would anybody else know about that?
well, it depends on if you left it open or not.
I
Yeah, they
wouldn't. I
would if
would.
they looked in.
I wouldn't have left it open. No.
Yeah, yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's one loose end taken care of. Um. All right. Are we ready to go to Velville?
Yeah.
I'm ready for Velville.
All right. So I'm gonna take. We're gonna travel to Velville. Um.
All
Post
right.
haste.
You will arrive there late in the afternoon, around like 6.
Okay. I guess the first thing that we're gonna do is go to the church and talk to Father Kinney.
Okay. But yeah, you go through, you cross the bridge in front of Castle Pontem, go over the river. It is primarily farmland on this side of the river, just wide open fields and stuff. Velville is just like a small, village hub, just in the middle of the farmland. It was just, this is where they put the churches and the general store and stuff. It's not really a town, so to speak, but it is the, administration for the
It's
region.
a yeah, it's a village.
Yeah. Uh, Everybody go ahead and make a perception check as you go through the farmland on your way to Velville.
Does it look like a small army marched through here?
You definitely see tracks of large, force, like people movement through here. Uh, the thing that you would notice the most, Marrow also smells them. There's a familiar smell, like now that the demons are gone, Marrow picks up, like, oh, they're the people that were at the castle, they went this way. Abel, what you would notice is the Farmville looks fine. It looks productive. Nobody has gone through and like there hasn't been an army that came through and like ransacked the place. But there is just like heavy foot movement like on the. There were so many people moving through that they couldn't all fit on the road. So there's tracks on like the side that were more
Okay.
recently down.
So
But nobody like burned the fields and stole crops or anything like that.
they just trampled through.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
just getting away quickly.
Okay.
Uh, and as you get to the village proper, you in particular, because you are still wearing your House Whitewater uniform, you are getting evil stares from any villager you pass. Nobody is saying anything. If they notice you looking at them, they try to act polite and such, but you do not feel welcome in here at all.
Galahadrin smiles and waves when people make eye contact.
Yeah, they wave back.
At you
They bow as
specifically.
appropriate when nobles are coming through.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes sense. I'm headed straight for the church. Like,
Yep,
I don't think that I'm gonna get very much help from the peasants.
yep. Yeah. So it is a one church for the whole Trinity. The father who is in charge, much as in Creek, is the priest of Carrick. It's an agricultural area, uh, and they come as like, you are from House Whitewater, yes? I'm Father Kinney.
Hello,
What
Father
what can I
Kinney.
do for you?
My name is Abel Whitewater. I'm here. I trust you've heard what happened in Pontem.
Uh, I believe yes, there was some form of attack.
Yes, a large force attacked the castle.
Yes, no, I sent some of my deacons there to sort of help with some of the medical services. I've not heard back from them yet. I had hoped that they wouldn't be too busy.
Uh, well, I don't think that they'll be too busy. Mostly because there were not many survivors.
Ah, gods forbid. He just makes a blessing
Yeah,
across himself, just like
it's like
horrified by this.
so. We've our scouts reported that the attackers retreated back this way. Have you seen a large group of people pass through here? It would have been what I'm doing the math. 9 days ago now, right?
Yeah, around there, like two
Yeah,
weeks ago.
about
Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago.
There was a large movement of some workers moving through here, more than usual, but not something that sort of made me more worried than would be. Do you know if any of the House Whitewater themselves survived?
I want to insight check this guy.
Yep.
Why is he asking me this?
Yeah, that's
Well,
valid.
also he sees you're in a military uniform. He doesn't know that you are like a noble, so to speak. Yeah, he doesn't know who you are. You are just in a Whitewater House military thing. He thinks that you are a soldier that's just coming by to do like reconnaissance. Uh,
Like, is he like? Do you know? Did any of them survive? Or is he like, oh no, did any of them survive?
it's kind of he knows that you are a soldier for the house, so he's not being like intentionally rude. But you don't get the sense that he necessarily cares for House Whitewater.
Okay.
He is a sort of middle aged orcish man. You don't
Okay.
know anything else really about him or whatnot, but
So it's
he
what?
is yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of asking like, he's he wouldn't be sad if they died, but he's more
He's like,
worried.
oh, our, yeah. He doesn't seem particularly distraught. He is saying
It
like all
seems more
the
for record keeping than anything else.
Or
there's
for
some
like
interest.
rumors.
Yeah, it's you're technically his bosses, but it doesn't feel like he's particularly distraught by the attack.
Hmm. I'm just gonna say, Lord Whitewater was away, so he survived the attack.
Ah, Trinity's blessings on him. Then it is glad to hear that.
Hmm. Yes, but several members of the family were killed, so we are taking a keen interest in any information you can share.
Well, it's not really something I was paying attention to for troop movements. As you know, we've been very busy trying to tend to fields and such.
Hmm.
There's harvest time coming soon.
Um, let's see. So he told me that there was lots of workers that came through 2 weeks ago, but
Hmm.
he didn't say that he said that it wasn't any more that he was concerned with. Like,
Yeah.
do hundreds of farm workers often pass through this town?
You don't know anything about this town in particular.
Hmm.
Uh, you can't remember hearing that happening in like as a usual occurrence
Hmm.
in any of the areas that you surveyed. You think it would be very noticeable if a like
Hmm.
almost 200 people with weapons and armor came through, and he didn't really seem to be
Hmm.
concerned.
Um, so I can reasonably conclude this guy's stonewalling me.
Yeah. I think that you're familiar enough with that. Yeah.
Hmm. So you're saying you didn't notice anything unusual in the amount of people moving through here? You
That's
didn't see anything?
not necessarily, not besides the amount, but I assume that they were being sort of shifted around to help with the harvest. You know,
Which which way did they go?
they went further south, further southwest into the heartland.
Hmm. Uh, do I know, like, what's the next village that direction? How far away is it?
This is the only village in like a decent amount. There's like other smaller villages, but they're all sort of scattered about. This is probably the main. This is the biggest one in the general area because it's next to the river to put
Right.
things
That
on the
makes
river
sense.
to
Okay.
go.
Okay.
I mean, it's a large army. It can't be hard to track.
Yeah. Southwest, you said.
Yes, that's where I assume we didn't really keep track of that, but I can ask around, see if any of the farmers noticed any better.
Yes, see that you do. If you
Very well,
find anything, forward it to Castle Pontem at once, of course.
of course.
All right. I'll take my leave. Father?
Yeah. Blessing be upon you. And I didn't get your name, sir.
Abel.
Ah, sir. Yep, Sir Abel. It's blessing of the Trinity be upon you.
I'm gonna so those tracks that I noticed of like people walking through the fields and the damage, does it like I'm gonna look for similar signs of damage in the southwest, but then also all the way around the town.
That will be a survival check.
Oh boy, Marrow, could you help me out?
I mean, Marrow should probably be the one
Or
rolling.
rather, Marrow,
Somebody
can
can
you
help
try and
them.
track them?
Yeah, I literally have a tracking thing. Well, Dirt does, but I can't access it right now. I don't have Dirt on my companions.
Oh, you should just be able. Oh, it's in the companion folder. Dirt should be there.
No, I have Marrow and I have a bag of holding. Did you put Dirt in the bag of holding? No.
No,
No,
there should be a folder that says companions.
Oh, okay, that's weird. He used to be outside of that.
I did. I
yeah,
made a separate
it
folder
took me a
because you
while to
guys.
figure it out too.
Yeah, because you guys have so many fucking companions that I needed to hide them.
Oh,
It's
okay.
my folder, because I can see all your guys' things, is massive, and I was having trouble finding stuff.
Okay. I was like, I thought I was trying to show me that I was my own companion and the bag of holding was my companion. Huh?
No, the bag of holding is.
Like, listen, sometimes you gotta have sometimes there's a reason why you're doing things, okay?
No. I also think that the feature should be on yours, not on a.
Yeah. Okay, let me read this. Hold on. I can track creatures over long distances. To cast it, but I have to have something with their scent. Is there a scent that I can track?
I mean, we've got lots of their equipment and clothing of their companions and stuff.
Okay. Okay. It lasts for 24 hours, so no available use remaining. What are you talking about?
It's an extended rest ability, and you use
Oh,
it
I
to
haven't
try and.
done an extended rest.
No.
Well,
Invalid recovery formula or extended rest.
Well, you
God
haven't
damn it.
taken it. You haven't taken an extended rest.
Did we not take a rest before we left?
We
You
take
did,
an
and
extended
then you
rest.
tried to track down the person who broke into Phelan's room
When did this happen?
in Norest, right before you left Norest.
Okay.
I mean, just a normal survival check is fine, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll give you I'll help you and give you advantage. Not that you need it.
You can hit the up arrow next to the 25 to roll with advantage just to see if you crit. Oh, still pretty good. So Marrow does like a once around. So Marrow, what you can tell is there are definitely scents that came from the castle to around here, and once they hit this village, they dispersed. And you can tell that some of them they went in a lot of separate ways. A decent amount of them went into the places in the town, including into the church.
Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. We're gonna go back into the curtain. Mara, would you mind accompanying me?
Yeah, we're going in the curtain.
Do I have... have intimidation. Okay. Father Kinney.
Yes.
Uh, Thank you so much for that information earlier. Uh, I just wanted to introduce you to my companion here, Marrow. Uh, Marrow, is this man's scent familiar to you?
Go ahead and make another survival check.
Can I assist on that?
How are you assisting in them determining smell? Like when they're looking for evidence of where people went,
I
you
mean,
can like point out things
Yeah.
on the road.
can Dirt get a try?
Yeah, sure, Dirt can give you help. Let Dirt give you help on this one. He himself does not smell familiar.
Hmm. Okay. Um, we're just gonna take a look around here. Is this you live here? Let's see. Does he? Is it standard practice out of character? Is it standard practice for them to like live in their churches and whatnot?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um, so I'll ask him, do you live here alone? Do you have any assistants, deacons? You said you sent some
Uh,
of them to Pontem. Are any of it still here?
yes, no, my the deacons I sent to Pontem to aid with there, but there are of course uh, there's some workers here who are staying with me.
Mm-hmm.
Just the cathedral as they prepare for the harvest season.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to speak with them, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course.
Uh, and I'm gonna ask Marrow to sniff them and see if any of them seem familiar.
Okay, go ahead and make a one more survival.
And Marrow and Dirt, I guess. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you go in and there's just some, you know, farm workers just sitting around in the stalls, just playing cards or whatnot, just not doing anything in particular, just sitting there, and they turn and look at you as you come in. Marrow, they do smell familiar.
Growl.
I assume they're
Uh,
all orcs.
yeah, and as Marrow starts to growl, the priest is like, sorry, I will ask, can you please leave your hound outside? I'm not sure what exactly that is. I don't want it in this the holy house.
Um, Marrow is
Nah.
my friend and companion, and has been uh, most helpful in this investigation.
That might be the case, but this is a house of the Trinity, and I make the
Mhm.
rules of who can enter and not. This is not a,
Mhm.
I'm gonna growl at the priest.
especially if it is a vicious animal. I'm going to have to ask you to take it away.
Oh, Marrow is no animal.
He looks.
Okay. Sorry, these puppies are absolutely screaming. I can't hear anything that's going on. Jesus Christ.
Um, how many orcs are there?
There's probably like a probably half a dozen, maybe a dozen. It's like a compound, and you're looking at
Mhm.
one room. So there's probably like a group of 6 or so sitting around this area, but there's probably more spread throughout.
Mhm. Um, I guess do I have the rest of my party here with me as well?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well,
they
you don't have Alina.
yeah, and also Galhadron might be asleep.
I kind of
Yeah.
figured that.
Um. Uh, Gentlemen, please. I'm new in town. Could you please introduce yourselves to me?
Uh,
I assume you haven't made up names for them, but
go ahead and make like what kind of check is this? Persuasion? Is
this
this
is
deception?
intimidation. This is
This is
100%
intimidation.
intimidation.
That's why Mara
Okay.
rolled intimidation.
All right. As Marrow sort of growls, go ahead and make a insight or perception check, either one of you.
I think it's the same. Mine's +2 for both. Marrow, what about you?
Hold on.
Both of you make it separately.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
I'll do insight.
Yeah, we'll do insight.
Marrow, you can see that as you growl, one of them reaches underneath the bench that they're sitting at, and they grab the haft of like a sword and just hold it at the ready. These men are all armed.
Okay. Am I supposed to be scared?
No,
Okay.
that's up to you.
I don't want to do. I don't want. The thing is, right? I don't want Marrow to say corny one-liners. But I can't figure out how to ask for an explanation as to why, like, they smell like the people who killed
Well, you
Aventicuum.
also haven't talked in front of them yet, so they think you're just a giant dog.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, is what's the, like, a way to say it that doesn't just sound like a badly written action movie, right?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a badly written action movie. This is
I know.
D&D.
I mean,
Did you see Honor Among
listen,
Thieves?
listen. I know you've overcome it, but I haven't. Or like, I mean, that's just like, I don't know. What's what Marrow's gonna ask?
So is Marrow asking?
Marrow's like, why do you smell like murderers?
As soon as you talk, one of them screams "monster" and pulls their sword fully out, and we are going to call it here and roll initiative next session.
Oh, this should be good.
Okay.
Like a giant dog in the company of House Whitewater just came in and talked at them. They are.
And accused them of being murderers.
I don't think they registered the words so much as the talking.
All right. Well, we fight next week. 2 weeks. I won't be here next week.
2 weeks.
All right. I will talk to you all later.
Bye.
Later.
See you then.
Later.
All right. Stop the recording.